As you get better and better in sabots, this is the mode you go in. You're actually lying down very low in the boat, just flying the boat upwind. This is the first race on Sunday of the Junior Invitational, January 2020. And very close amongst the top 3 after 5 races yesterday. Here's Taylor. Pin end was favored the entire morning, right up until the start of the C1. So pin end was favored by 20 degrees, and then right at the start, the wind had shifted to where the line was much more square. The blue boat started on the line. Taylor started just behind the line, so he had to duck more boats after he tacked. But the comeback kid is looking pretty good right here. He's a little more on his knees, it looks like. Now he's on his bottom. Can't tell which way the current is going. The current's supposed to be going from our right to left in this shot. It's ebbing out towards the ocean of this beautiful ocean. Alameda Bay Yacht Club right there. And awesome place to sail. Yesterday the wind was from our left, south, and then today it's more southwest already. It's going to get a little more west at some point, a little bit. Okay, cut. A Fleet race 6. So this is the first race on Sunday for the A Fleet. A Fleet I had to cut because I was trying to get out of the way and I was shaking the camera too much. But again, A Fleet did a better job of starting and getting onto the port tack. The C1 Fleet, I didn't get it on the camera, but the mistake they made is they didn't have enough speed coming off the line, and when they tacked, they ended up ducking some boats. The A Fleeters, they made the pin end work. And that's just because they have a little better boat handling and a little better picture in their mind of what they're trying to do. Again, on their bottom. This guy should be squeezing down. He's pinching a little bit. I think he should be footing, going a little faster here. He looks good right now, but if the wind shifts to the right, he's going to be 8th.
Copy.
If the wind shifts to the left, he's 1st. But he should be footing now, anticipating the next header. He's about to cross a current line too. So, oh, there's the header I was talking about. So I don't know what that current line is yet. Okay, I think our boy Taylor got back into the race. 9131, the guy that was lying down. Again, the lie down mode is something we work on in practice. But don't do it too early. You can't look out of the boat very well when you're lying down. But once you get a really good feel for shifts and speed, low center of gravity is really good. The Mark Gaudio style is really good. But don't lie down. You got to learn how to get your head out of the boat and look around. That's one of the big goals of this regatta for our team is before the start, look around. Make sure you don't get scooped. Upwind, look at the other fleets, look around, see what the other fleets, where they are. Don't go right through the middle of them. Downwind, look around once in a while. Look upwind, see the puffs coming. So that's a big goal for us. 9131's first, 10160 second. There's Taylor on port tack, looking about as good as anybody in about 3rd or 4th, but he's in a pickle in that he has some kids behind him that look like they're in a luffing battle. Taylor's doing awesome, not staying high. Okay, we'll see what happens. That's pretty good. Not a great start. He was not 3rd after the start, and he's pushing for 3rd right now. Okay, here is the A Fleet going upwind. You see the wind has died. Oh, look at the righty right there. So that's what, if this C2 Fleet was really good down at the start line, they'd actually see this streak of wind. They'd see boats going fast like this. It's one way we monitor wind before the start is we look for boats that are going fast. Notice how all the A Fleeters are all on their bottoms. Not much heel to leeward. Everybody is either flat or just heel to leeward just a little bit. Notice every A Fleeter on their bottoms. Yep. Oh, the wind has shifted again. The leader from the C2 fleet in race 6. Here's Chris, but the leader is gone on the left. Here's Chris healing too much. I'm not sure why he's gone into this, tipped this thing over. It's not that horrible because you're digging the chine in at the same rate you're lifting the lead board out, but it usually depowers the sail and it creates rudder drag because you got to turn your rudder when you're healing that much. So healing too much. But we'll see if he comes back. Not a great start. He's winning the regatta going in to the day with a throwout and without a throwout. So I had a good day yesterday. Had 2 firsts out of the 5 races. This is race 6, and the fleet we're looking at now is, I believe, the B fleet. I think that says B fleet, course 3. They have less than a minute to go, and we're looking for Maddie. 9699. I see her right behind Charlotte in a blue bow. So just started in the 2nd row. Always remember, the watch doesn't matter. You can count the last 10 or 12 seconds down in your head, but the watch doesn't matter. If people are in the front row and you're in the 2nd row, you should be close reaching. Remember that. As soon as you are late, you immediately go into close reaching mode. It's a desperation acceleration mode that you got to get in. So that was not the front row. No worries. Yesterday she had some good comeback ability. Saved very well. C3 fleet. It's race 6 for the regatta, race 1 on Sunday. So what have we learned from the other starts? Every start was different. Pin end was generally favored in all the other starts. So the safe thing to do is to kind of be where Celeste is. We got less than a minute, high and slow. Our goal for the team is to learn how to go high and slow unless we're being threatened, and we're not. So that's what we're doing right now, high and slow. She probably should trim her mane in a little and get moving and then pinch. We can slow the boat down just by pointing too high. Oh, there we go. Nice start. Now let's see if we get her mane in the right spot. We're working on the shape, looking at the shape of the sail. Oh, here we go. Yep, she just looked at the front of her mane. When you pull the mane in, it gets flatter, and you pull the mane until it looks flatter, and then you ease it a touch. And then the other one we're working on is flicker in the leeward telltale. So I taught her this morning how to press down off the wind just a little. The leeward telltale starts moving around, and then go back up from there. You can see her head going up. Good. Oh, here's Fenton right here. With Fenton, our goal today was to sail flatter, a little less body movement, and hike a little harder upwind. It's very competitive. He sails the boat by feel, and he's a great racer. He sails by watching the other boats a little, and if he starts losing, then he turns and he tries to fix it. He's just working on feel. It's actually not a bad way. She's just looking great. We put a main sheet mark on. I don't like using marks with C3s, C2s. I like using marks up around the C2, C1 level, but I put a main sheet mark on that just gets her in the ballpark more for about 7, 8 knots of wind. That was a pretty good tack. Yep, excellent. Nice work. Here's I think Celeste. And here's Peter Bush, the national champion, sailing on port tack straight away from us. She looks pretty similar. Yeah, 2-time national. Well, no, second 2 years ago, first last year. Something like that. Or I think he's been second, first, second is what I think in the last 3 years. So that's pretty much the best Sabot sailor out here. You look kind of like him. His mane is a little tighter, but that's okay. More skill. As you get more skill, you can trim tighter. First place in the C2 race 6. First race on Sunday, lee board down, bang on a little, outhaul on a little. One of our goals is to aim a little wider than this. This isn't one of the Coronado Kid, but not bad. Little over trimmed, but not bad. This guy's a good little sailor. Oh, look at this. Chris Rose back to 3rd or 4th. He cannot foul this boat. He's on port, she's on starboard. He's telling her she has to go towards the mark. That's not true. He has got to stay clear. Okay. Yes, opposite tack rule. he is going to try to make it in front of her. This is not a smart move. There we go. Good. Uh-oh. Yeah, looks like he had a rigging mistake, so got to be more prepared going into the leeward mark. All right, this is a good story. 9931 is winning the C3 race and had a rough day yesterday when it was windy, and now winning the race. You got Celeste and Fenton are second and third. So very good, Celeste. One thing we want to remember is anytime we get mixed up with the A fleet, we do what's called matching angles. We actually look at the other boats, and if they're on port tack and we're on port tack, we try to point the same general direction and race them. Because if we can, you know, when we get to A fleet, we got to be able to beat those guys. We might not beat them, but they know the close hauled angles, so you kind of match their angle. Good job, looking good. Down here, looking good. First place in C3 came in a little too tight. That's a tight rounding with a spin turn. We want to aim out here to the right, about a boat length and a half if no one's around us. If we have boats outside of us, we're not allowed to take that much room. We're only allowed enough room to round the buoy safely. Very good. So both Celeste and Fenton could have had their boom bangs a little looser for this light wind run. And Celeste, we're still working on downwind heel. We haven't worked on that yet. Getting the center of the sail over the center of the boat. Okay, wide. Good. Now, there we go. Trimming faster. On your telltales. So Fenton should take note of that and should cut it a little sharper. Let's see if he does. Look at that power, dude. Okay. Well, Celeste second, Fenton in third, and a lot of people back here chasing him. Less than a minute for C1 race 7. Second race on Sunday. Taylor's trying to push the line a little harder this time, 9559. He did not have a good start the first race, and he's defending a little here. His main competition is 9131 and 8834. So these are the top three. 8834 is in first. Oh. He should not have dropped that low. There we go. Blue boat might not make it. Great starts by both. Great starts by both. Now, Taylor's goal is to make it so he doesn't have to tack and duck the second row. So he doesn't want to have to duck anybody. He's just got to hang here a little longer. Oh, he's gaining. This guy's a footer. The blue boat is not a pincher. Okay, just as we suspected, again, it's looking very similar. You've got to start to the left and sail really good. There's Taylor there, 9131, right next to each other, and these are all the B fleeters right here that you crossed by a long way. So again, it's a little bit of a race to the left. They're off to a big battle here.